this guy is willing to put a $1 million athlete at risk of injury in the gym because he thought it was a great idea to put colorful kettlebells on top of each other while having one of the greatest athletes we've ever witnessed balancing on a Bosu ball. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe here. We're all about kettlebells. So if you are into kettlebells, then like the video and consider subscribing. There's a small bit of Lebron James on YouTube where he's doing a kettlebell exercise that is just, in my eyes, a complete waste of time. I was initially planning to do a shorts video, but as it happened, it turned out to be a rant. You know what's hard for me to believe? That a coach would actually put a $1 million athlete like LeBron James at risk of injury, wasting his precious time in the gym, doing stupid stuff like this. This just goes to show that if you are incredibly talented as a basketball player or whatever have you, that you've been gifted with that incredible amount of talent, it passed millions of people, and then it consolidated itself in yourself, or in this case, in LeBron James. That you can do anything in the gym. You can probably eat junk all day and still be the best player on the court because he's so good and because he's got the game in his blood. What is interesting for me to see is that a coach, this guy, is willing to put a $1 million athlete at risk of injury in the gym because he thought it was a great idea to put colorful kettlebells on top of each other while having one of the greatest athletes we've ever witnessed balancing on a Bosu ball. And it's hard for me to understand how a coach can actually get the job to coach an athlete like LeBron James is. This is out of this world. Everything's wrong with this exercise because what he's actually doing is he's on the Bosu ball, so he's working on his stability. I think stability and strength, you should always separate these two, unless it's an SPP2 exercise that under an elite coach with an elite athlete actually makes sense when you dissect the exercise in and all by itself. Then balancing kettlebells. What's the idea? You want tension? Do a hardstyle swing where your whole body is required to exhibit high tension so that your whole body works accordingly. You want to work your arms or you want to work your upper body? Do a press. You want to work your legs? Do a squat. You want to work everything combined? Do a clean and jerk or an overhead squat. You want to work your focus? Then try to do a snatch set for 5 minutes with a moderate weight with only one arm switch, or even 10 minutes to work on your mental focus and be able to exhibit the game face, to maybe experience the pain but still move beyond it, and then actually accept what it feels like because you're already seeing the result that the training will give you. This is mental focus. This is the game face. This is what the Russians exhibit when they are engaging in kettlebell training. But this is nonsense. This is so hard for me to fathom because other than some kind of stability exercise, it just looks completely off. And the funny thing is that there's even people on YouTube who are emulating LeBron James because he's such a great basketball player. And they're like, wow, whatever LeBron James is doing, I gotta copy it because if I copy what LeBron James is doing, then maybe I will reach this pinnacle of success and I will be one of the greatest basketball players if I do stupid stuff like this and if I think that this is how I'm supposed to use a kettlebell. I was having a discussion with Dan John, and Dan John was telling me that in the space of track and field, the competitive nature is so high because we're fighting for milliseconds. We are in such a competitive environment where 0.1 second makes a hell of a deal. I, as an athlete, and my coach, we don't have time to waste.
No, none, zero. And here's the other thing you got to be careful of. I'm throwing the discus this way, and all of a sudden someone adds 10 meters to the world record by doing this thing. I got to change.
So as he was telling me this, he was saying it's such a high competitive field because if you see somebody exhibiting a different technique and then he's able to gain momentum or gain milliseconds in his run or whatever, then everybody will mimic this technique because it's so powerful. So in this highly competitive genre, you and your coach do not have time to waste. No, zero, none, zilch. As I'm reading the book Grit, where it's all about, well, talent is certainly a factor, but perseverance and passion and resilience are factors that play into the role of becoming a powerful or a great athlete. Let me tell you, what I see right here is the reason why LeBron James is such a beast is because we mentioned his talent, but I think because he spends every waking minute on the court practicing. He's so in love with the game that he practices probably even at night. When you hear about Kobe Bryant's, rest in peace, work capacity and mentality, you realize why he also was one of the greatest basketball players who ever lived. Now, this just goes to show that if you master the craft, this is your SPP. Your specific physical performance, being better and improving your ball game. That's what's up. General physical performance is there to assist you and help you and aid you on your way to becoming better in your SPP, in your specific physical performance. So this is supposed to be GPP, right? So it's a complete waste of time. Even if LeBron James was doing snatches, or swings, because it's the epitome of basketball, because it's such a monstrous, accumulative being that has so much talent oozing out of his nose and his ears, he probably doesn't need no GPP at all.
90 Days of Kettlebells is an online workout course for beginners who want to train at home, lose weight, and achieve lasting results without wasting time and money with crash diets and unused gym memberships. The program works as follows. You will do 3 kettlebell workouts per week that gradually increase in difficulty. You'll also build 3 powerful eating habits that have proven successful in our coaching. As the name implies, the program lasts 90 days and you will have lifelong access after purchase. We also include live accountability sessions where you will publicly state your goals. Psychology shows us that if we make our goals public, our adherence to the process and the program increases dramatically. If you have been struggling to put together an elaborate kettlebell workout system while trying to lose weight, then 90 Days of Kettlebells is for you. The price of 90 Days of Kettlebells is $59 per month for 3 months, and you can save 20% with a one-time payment of $147. We'll open registration only to a small number of new clients. Join the waiting list now to get access 24 hours before the general public. Link is in the description.